So, what I'm about to say is considered controversial in this day and age, but I want to preface this by saying I am all for female equality. I was the only girl on my football team growing up. I am a rapper in a male dominated industry. I have a career in a male dominated industry. I run my household, pay all my bills by myself, have my own vehicles, and manage everything on my own. But I also know that God did not design my life to be this way. I was not meant to manage everything on my own. I was not meant to be the nurturer and the disciplinarian of my children. I was not meant to be the provider and also the homemaker. And I'm aware of that. And it's my own decisions that have brought me here.
And there it is, guys. It's been her own decisions. Nobody else's. Girls like this, they've had their chance, guys. You know, they could have had a boyfriend, they could have had a husband, a long-term partner, but they chose to go out there, continue to play the field, or shove the father out of the picture, out of his own family, and this is what you get. You get older, you're alone, okay? And I'm not saying that to be mean or anything, guys, it's just these ladies, what happens is they get to this stage in their life and they realize, hey, wait a minute, I want a man to be around, and the men are saying, no thank you, I don't want to raise another man's child. Hell, even if I wanted to stay in the picture, you've shoved me out of it. So what the hell's the point? And then the ladies get really sad and upset and go, okay, well, I'm in this situation now as a consequence of my own actions. Most of the time they don't take responsibility, let's be clear about that. But then, you know, they wind up in these situations and nobody's really happy because the men are out of their families. The women are trying to do everything alone and they can't lock down they can't lock down a guy anymore. And nobody's happy. But anyway, guys, what is going on? It is Taylor the Fiend back again with another response video. And on today's show, guys, we're going to be going through this rather lengthy TikTok, but I thought it was an interesting one that we'd go over. And shout out to Yeet or Be Yeeted. I see you in the comments everywhere, man. You've started your own channel, so shout out to him. He gave me the inspiration for this one. But guys, it's a bit of a lengthy one, so stick through. We'll be going through it together. Be sure to leave your comments and your thoughts as we go through her situation together. And before we crack into it, guys, I've said this at the start of each of the videos as an announcement, but YouTube has taken a dislike to our content, guys. They don't like our videos over here. They've sent us a warning for what, I'm not sure. But for that reason, I have set up a locals account. It is free to go over and join, guys, and the link for that is in the description. I've already got a video up over there, like a welcome video, but I have to like upgrade the community or something before I can post more. It's not letting me post more, so I'll be looking into that. But we'll be building over there over the days. We're already 1,300 strong and we've just started it, guys. So feel free to go and join. The link for that is in the description. And I know Better Bachelor is moving over there entirely over the months. So look, a lot of these channels, guys, like where we give this information to you guys or, you know, we share our experiences, YouTube doesn't particularly like it. So for that reason, for this channel in particular, guys, I've set up the locals, so be sure to go and check that out. There's also a support option if you're interested, but you can go and join and watch for free. So like I said, the link for that is in the description, but we're just going to crack on and see what she has to say, guys.
It's my own acceptance of the lies that I was taught in this society. Teaching men that they are not, in fact, the spirit heads of their households, that they are not the leaders of their households. We are shaming them for standing up in their masculinity and making decisions that would change and lead their families. And
sorry about the volume, guys. I've got it maxed on everything I possibly can. But look, here's the thing. These ladies want the men out of the households. Okay? We're apparently these oppressive, evil guys. Guys, if a man tries to lead, you're just this oppressive, evil man. You don't lead, and then the ladies wind up in situations like this, and they think to themselves, where are all the good men? Okay, it's just like, it's a lose-lose situation, where like, not only are the men and women losing, but the child is losing out too, because in the meantime, the kid doesn't have a father. And I don't know about you, gentlemen, but she raises a good point here. It's like, she can't do both the roles herself. And I'm not saying that to be mean, it's just, you know, you want to be a solo parent, that comes with difficulties. It really does. Like, for whether you're a solo dad or a solo mother, it comes with difficulties and the child's going to feel that lack. So, I don't know, man, like, this whole thing of trying to shove men out of families under the guise of it's oppressive, it's like, here's the thing, if you want to shove a guy out of a family because, you know, you think that he's oppressive and, you know, you don't want to be led by him, but okay, fine, whatever. But the thing is, the ladies don't even want to lead anyway. So it's not as if they're going, oh, well, we don't want guys because they're oppressive. It's not as if they're going and choosing submissive guys in place of the guys that they're kicking out. You see what I'm saying, guys? It's like they're not even, they're getting rid of the leadership, but then they're refusing to lead themselves because they're not attracted to men who don't lead. So it's kind of like they're just shooting themselves in the foot repeatedly.
That's wrong. You know what I want more than anything in life? Is to have a man that spiritually leads me and my household. Why? Because I'm in that position. Because I have to. And I realized that I was designed to do other things. That I was designed and powerful in other ways. And I'm tired of managing it all on my own. I'm tired of being with men that I have to raise up spiritually because this society told them that wasn't their place.
Yeah, and like you said, the reason that you come to this conclusion now is because it affects you. And guys, we're not here to bash on this lady. Like I'm really not. It's just a sad reality that a lot of women come to this realization. And you know, it's not good for the men either, right? Like men would much prefer to be in situations where they can make decisions and guide decisions and stuff like that. Everything just works so much smoother, man. I tell you, like I have no problem with like I have no problem with leading, guys. Like I really don't. Like I don't have any issue. Like, you know how you see on Facebook those couples arguing about where the hell they want to eat, and then they're like trying to pick where each one of them wants to eat, and all the girl wants, man, is for the girl to for the guy to say, excuse me, the guy to say, oh, we're gonna eat here, so she can follow. And the benefit of it being the leader is you get to choose where the hell you go. You know, like you get to choose. Oh, okay, well we're gonna eat here tonight. We're doing this. I drive. You know, you're in the passenger seat. Let's go. That's the benefit of leading, guys. And you know, the benefit of following is obviously you don't have to make the decisions. You don't have to do a lot of things. But hell, most men don't even mind leading. It's just got to be for the right girl. And it's like, looking at society right now, the men are asking themselves the question, well, why the hell would I lead for any of these girls when, number one, none of them want me to lead anyway? Like, it's a mixture of they want you to lead, but they don't want you to lead. You know? It's like they get upset either way. And then the other thing men are asking is like, okay, even if I wanted to be the leader in this situation, why the hell would I if she's unpleasant and she thinks that, quote, she is the table? Like, what's the point of leading that? Like, where are you going to lead that? You're always going to be butting heads. You're going to say, oh yeah, well, let's go eat dinner here. And she's going to go, no. And like, I'm not interested in having an argument or a discussion about it. You either come or you don't. It's not my problem. Let's keep going.
Because this society discouraged them from being masculine. And now I'm in a position where I have to take on a male and female role and act as if somehow I should be managing both. Am I capable? Certainly. But should I really be? No, I don't want to. We need to.
And that's the really funny part about it. It's like they don't even want to, man. They boot the men out of the picture in the hopes that they can get a guy that's better than them. You see, we talk about on this channel all the time, guys. It's like these girls who date, what they'll do is they'll shove a guy out of the picture because they think that they can do better, right? And usually that's a result of social media and dudes just gassing them up and stuff like that. So they think that they're all this and that. A lot of times these girls can get with guys who are way above them. But obviously they can't lock him down. But they think, oh well, I got him for 20 minutes on a Wednesday early morning hours, so I must be entitled to a guy like that. I must be, and I'm going to show you guys something really funny actually after we've gone through this TikTok. But the numbers really show there aren't a whole lot of men like that out there for these ladies. The numbers are real thin, so they're playing against the odds, and oftentimes they're playing against those odds until they're in their 50s. Like it's not even. Like these girls will literally go most of their life and be unable to lock down the guy that they want. So they'll quote unquote settle, and I use in quotations, settle with a guy. They'll have his kids, they'll get married so that they can say that they've done those milestones, and then they'll kick the guy out of the family because they think that they can get a Giga Chad. And then before you know it, everything's just torn apart, right?
Start encouraging men to stand firm in their spiritual positions so we can stand firm in ours. And I feel like if that happened, we would see way less broken families. We would see a stronger spiritual society. And
it's almost like that's what men have been saying this entire time. And the problem you're going to run into now is you can encourage men all you want. You can sit here with your child and encourage a man to come and join in your life and lead your life. But the fact of the matter is, why would he? Okay, like he's going to be raising another man's child. He's going to be leading you, and why would he do that when he can choose another woman out there? And I'm not saying that to be mean to the girl. It's just like, why would men do that? Because it's a sacrifice as well. It's a sacrifice on the man. You're giving your time, your energy, your resources, and we're supposed to do that for what? So, you can turn around here and say, okay, well, it's time for us to convince men to stay in the picture. But yeah, one, try telling that to the rest of society, because it's, most of society is engaged in this crap. And the other part of it is, like, even if it is just you and you want a man, you have to ask yourself, well, why would he join? Because you've had these options before earlier in your life. Let's keep going.
And we would be seeing a lot of healing. I pray that happens in my life, and if not, so be it. And I'll stand in this position knowing I wasn't designed to be in both positions.
No. It's knowing that you screwed up. Not knowing. See, no, the phrase shouldn't be, oh, well, I shouldn't be standing in both positions. And that's where I'm standing at. The way you should be going is, oh, I messed up. That's the conclusion to this. You messed up. Let's not, we can blame society, we can blame the womanism people, okay? But at the end of the day, it is also your decision to do this. It's, society's not making the decision for you. It's easy to believe in society because, hey, you get to go and have your fun and you think you can have your cake and eat it too. Okay, but how about using some critical thought here and saying that obviously that's not true, and maybe, take a little bit more accountability. I understand she did take accountability at the beginning, but, the conclusion here is not, it's to keep going that direction.
But I hope that this encourages the men out there to stand firm in who you are and what you were designed to be. You were designed specifically for a specific role and position. So what I'm about to...
No. See, yeah, okay, fine. That's a fine point to end it on, but also encourage the ladies. Okay? The question becomes, why the hell would men lead in the first place? Okay, like, why would they? Alright? But gentlemen, we're going to move on today to another segment, and I have something very interesting to show you. And this is something that I spotted originally over on Better Bachelors community, over on Locals. And man, I gotta say, this thing is absolutely hilarious. So we're going to take a look at this real quick, and my screen isn't cropped correctly, but as you can see, this is called the Female Delusion Calculator. And now this is a beautiful piece of software. So as you can scroll down, what are the chances to find the man of my dreams? Live search using surveys conducted by the US Census Bureau and NCHS. Okay, so guys, basically, we would just watch that video of this lady who is in a position in her life now where no man wants to lead. Okay, and the reason for that is because, yeah, there are less men leading, but also she had her chance to choose the men that would lead. She had her chance to choose a good man. Okay, but what they're doing is they're going out here shooting well above their price range, as we're about to find out, and they can't seem to lock down a man. So guys, man, this is hilarious. Let's have a look, okay? So, what are the chances to find the man of my dreams? And let's just pick ages. Let's pick ages 35 to 40, okay? Race, any race, who cares? Minimum height, let's set it to 6 foot, okay? Because this is what the ladies the mostly want, okay? So let's just say, a guy who's 6 foot. Any girl who tells you they don't mind a short man, they're lying to you. Okay, they're absolutely lying. So we're going to set it to 6 foot. Any race, ages 35 to 40, because, oh, actually, no, what we'll do is we'll set it to, what we're going to do is we're going to set it to 26 to 31. Okay, because the girls in their early 20s often, won't be against, we'll go here. They'll kind of shoot for this age range right here. Okay, let's continue. Minimum income, 80k. You know what, guys, for the sake of realism, we're going to bump it up to 100k. Okay, so now we're at a guy who's any race, 25 to 30, minimum height, 6 foot. And we're going to find out what the ladies' odds are, gentlemen. Let's have a little look-see here. 0.99%. According to the statistical data, the probability a guy of the US male population ages 25 to 30 meets your standards is 0.99%. Your delusion score is 4 cat litters out of 5, and we are a cat enthusiast, guys. And I mean, that just perfectly sums up where we're at today. I saw this piece of software, man, and I just thought you guys would appreciate it. I honestly find it to be one of the most hilarious things we've come across. That, you know, we're going to run one more quick calculation. We're just going to pump up the numbers a bit, okay? So let's just say he's got to be 25 to 30 again, and we'll leave the race, but let's just say he's got to be 6'3". Okay, and he's got to make 200k. And now let's see what we're looking at, okay? And it just, man, it just gets worse and worse for these ladies who think that they actually have a... Oh, would you look at that? According to statistical data, the probability a guy of the US male population ages 25 to 30 meets your standards is 0.012%. Our delusion score is a solid 5 out of 5, and we don't belong on the planet. Whoever made this software is having a little giggle to themselves, aren't they? Damn. But guys, this is the kind of logic. Because this is the kind of crap that girls are shooting for, and then they want to turn around and say, oh, well, no men are around. Not only are men shoved out of leadership positions, you know, because of the womanism stuff as well, these ladies actively shove out the good men out of their lives too anyway. So it's like they're fighting a lose-lose battle, and the only people they have to blame is themselves. Okay, but guys, I might leave the link to this in the pinned comment. If I forget, somebody just tag me and remind me, but I'll aim to leave this in the comments so you guys can have a look. I honestly thought that was a hilarious piece of hardware. And, you know, we're going to wrap up today's video with, you know, I wasn't the only one who came across this software, guys. Actually,
is considered controversial.
A certain womanist subreddit has also come across that piece of software that I just showed you guys, and they are not happy about it. So let's take a quick look at that as I switch the screen over for us here, guys. Today's crack me up turns out even basic preferences like earning average pay and not being obese is statistically too much to ask in the US. Stay strong, American queens. I forgot to turn off the not being obese thing as well, so the odds were even worse, I think. Here's a calculator. So this is the calculator that they're referring to that we just ran through together, guys. Here's a calculator for women to find how many men fit their criteria, and the results are not good. And that's the link. If I forget to put it in the pinned comment, guys, that is the link. So if you want to search that. Anyway, here's a sample search. Not married, white man who is at least 6'1", not obese, earning at least 55k. The US average is like 53, but won't let me put the exact number. Result, according to statistical data, the probability a guy of the US male population ages 25 to 35 meets your standards is 0.65%. And we're going to see these ladies are not happy about this calculator, right? So, obviously, yeah, you can say that the average earning is 53k and put in 55, right? But what's really making this difficult is this part right here. The 6'1". Most men, if I'm not mistaken, in America, I could be well mistaken, but I believe are 5'9". Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I don't particularly know how tall you guys are over there, but I'm pretty sure it's 5'9" is the average male height. So we're a solid 2 inches above, you know. And then we got some other criteria in here that very quickly dwindles it down, gentlemen. Anyway. Even when lowering the height to 5'11", moving to any race and accepting the obese men, the number is just 4.1%. Though if you lower height to the average, which is 5.9, you get, yeah, there we go, it is 5.9, you get 8.4%. Notice how the height is the last thing that these ladies moved? Do you guys find that interesting? Right, it's like the height is the last one that they moved. That's hilarious. Anyway. If to the first result you change the income requirement to 120k, as I seen some do, then it goes down to 0.12%. But if you go back to the 55k income and increase the range to 30-40, it goes back up to 0.88. Kitty litter jokes aside, thoughts? Feel free to post your results. Would be cool if somebody made a version for men. Oh boy, what have we done? Let's have a look at some of these comments over here. This reminds me of that post about how certain men think women couldn't possibly reject 672 guys a year. I don't care, all capitals. If the man I'm looking for is unusual, I'm not looking for tons of men. Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about, right? Look, they'll reject the 672 guys. Okay, they'll go through the hefty numbers, and they'll still wind up alone because what they're doing and what they see, they're shooting for men who are out of their price range. You want to shoot for these tall men who are earning this much money, man. It's like they're a very small percentage. Now, you can choose to scoff at that, you can choose to not believe it, but the fact of the matter is, as we've seen above, I mean, 5'9" is the average, is it not? So, what are you? Are you better than average? I doubt it. You know, average is average for a reason. So, let's continue. Well, the US is an aging, obese society that exported much of the decent work for men to developing nations. This wages have been stagnant for over two decades. The height has also gotten lower. This study has said that the average height is 5'8" for men and 5'4" for women. Also in younger age brackets, the blah blah blah. There is a crisis of the yep. That being said, why are we trusting a site called I Got Standards, bro? It sounds like some MRA garbage. Edit, it is. It's full of math errors, and there is no corresponding delusion score for men. I don't know, guys. Like, if the percentages are wildly off, sure. But the fact of the matter is, tall guys who earn a lot of money, they're rare. And now you can choose to cry about that. You can choose to, I mean, if you want to be in the situation of the lady at the start of the video that we watched together, like, these women are more than welcome to go down that road. They can deny the facts all that they want. They can cry about the facts, say that the calculator's all, you know, but what the case is, guys, is that they are shopping out of their price range. Okay, so I personally have no empathy. I really don't for the, like, we watched that video at the beginning, right, of the lady sitting on her stairs talking to us. You know, I don't have any empathy, guys, because it is a consequence of her decision making. She doesn't have to be in that situation. These girls don't have to be in that situation, but what they're doing is they're just actively encouraging each other, and you know, it doesn't matter how angrily they disagree with the calculator. It really doesn't. Because the situation is coming for them, okay? And I don't say that to be mean, but you know, you reject reality at your own risk. Let's see what else we got in here. Blah blah blah. People crying, shaming. That's cool. Shaming. I I mean, it's just absolutely beautiful, isn't it, gentlemen? Like, it is absolute scenery here. But I'm just going to take a quick look if I have anything for us to wrap up the episode with, because, guys, I'm sure a lot of you are watching this video damn well laughing to yourselves. Like, you're sitting there. Hell, maybe that we've got a guy over here who's 5'4" and still just finds this crap absolutely hilarious. He's like, I'm so glad these ladies aren't even choosing me, man. And like, a lot of times when you look at this stuff, it's hard not to laugh. Like, it really is, because these ladies, they're going to end up in a pickle. But anyway, we're going to wrap it up with a kind of, you know, not a fantastic one, guys, but we're just going to wrap it up with the classic marriage problems. So let's have a look at this. My new wife is texting her ex on our anniversary date. My wife of 3 weeks and I went to a concert tonight to celebrate 2 years since our first date. Right before the concert started, I noticed she was texting her ex, the guy she dated for 4 months right before me. When I asked her what she was texting him for, she said a memory came up on Facebook for a play that they attended right before she and I met. She said she sent him a screenshot of this with the text, "Great memory!" It ruined the whole night for me. I feel crappy that she would be texting him tonight of all nights. She said that she's sorry and that he's just a platonic friend. Yeah, we've all heard that one before, haven't we, gentlemen? A similar thing happened with another guy while we were engaged a few months ago, and she said the same thing. He's just a friend. I don't have many platonic friends of the opposite gender. I'm not sure how to handle this. Guys, open and shut case. The gavel is down. She's for the streets. Gentlemen, we're going to leave today's video there. As always, thoughts and comments below, personal experiences below. Share what you guys think. It's always interesting to see what you guys have to say. If you disagree with anything I've said, guys, feel free to do so in the comments. That is what they're there for. As always, on your way out, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you subscribe. Come and join the Discord link in the description. And just to rehash the announcement at the beginning, guys, we have a community set up over on Locals. YouTube has not taken a liking to us. I don't know if the channel will exist for 1 week. I don't know if it'll exist for 5 years. Who the hell knows? But for that reason, I've set up a Locals account for us. I can't post more right now. I think I need to upgrade the community, so I'm going to be looking into that. But there's a video up over there. It's free to join and watch, and the link for that is in the description, guys. So as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.